I don't think leaders are born. Leaders are certainly, they're made based on experiences. So let me just give you a framework for a CIA as an operations officer. Your job is very often to work alone. So I'm out on the street. I have to meet an agent. I have to do something called run a surveillance detection route. That's using what we call tradecraft. I have to make sure no one's followed me. So maybe I'm driving around for several hours. I put a disguise on, but everything is done on your own, including the core business of recruiting an agent too. And so you get really good at that. And then you're asked, after you're really good, to manage people. And all of a sudden, you're not alone anymore, and it's actually not about you anymore. And so I think back to my first management job at CIA, and I was a terrible leader. They hire us based on some really kind of key characteristics. I mean, it's almost kind of borderline narcissistic sociopaths. But ultimately, because you have to operate on your own, but then you're asked to lead. And so I was a crappy leader for a while. We don't do leadership training very well. And then finally, at the end of my career, when at my last job, I had 2,000 people who were working for me, 50 plus countries across Europe and Eurasia. But I thought to myself, I said, I think I finally got it now. And of course, I'm going to retire. And so I started thinking about, okay, so I learned a lot of things along the way, particularly in crisis situations, in the Middle East. But I wanted to write a book about it. And I wanted these leadership lessons to be pretty basic and simple.